What's good, people? Jay Pylon, Cannon Hotep, we're back. Jay
What's
and Cannon
good, people?
speak. Jay
On a
Pylon,
Tuesday.
Cannon Hotep, we're back. Jay
What's
and Cannon
good,
speak.
people?
Go ahead and hit the mute over here on my YouTube screens. It's playing in the background and had a little beat going, so I'm gonna mute that up real quick. How you been, Cannon? Good to see you again, man.
I've been chilling, bro. I've been chilling.
That's good. So you was working the overtime shift tonight.
Yeah, bro. Straight up, just working at overtime. It was, man. Listen, sometimes you just can't advertise what you know how to do, y'all.
Is that right?
You can't advertise what you know how to do. That's all I'm gonna say,
They were happy to see Cannon Hotep come through.
bruh.
So I was telling Cannon, when I worked when I worked for the Obamacare, we had like 700 something people there, and I knew a couple things, I knew a few things here and there. So whenever people would come to me to ask me for help on different stuff, whatever it was programs or IT or whatever, I'd be like, man, it's getting harder every day. It's getting hard. It's getting harder every day. That's what I tell them. Dissuade them from trying to lock me down into too much stuff. Natasha Kayleen in the building. God is great. Steven, good to have y'all here. Appreciate you. Ronan, thank you guys so much. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe as you come in. If you're new to the channel, welcome in. Man, shoot. You see they got rid of Tucker Carlson, but now they're going in on Lawrence Jones's head.
Yeah, man. I like Lawrence B. Jones. Bro.
Yeah, I saw the tweets earlier. They were saying Lawrence Jones is a diversity hire.
What? He already had a show.
That's just what the Twitter's saying. They said they don't know him from Adam.
Really?
Right? Really? They said this looks like that. They said Fox News has gone fake woke.
Really?
I guess they
Yeah,
don't
I
pay
guess
attention to
so,
their
bro.
own channel. I don't know. I don't know. That's what they're saying over there on the Twitterverse.
They
But
gotta cut that out.
I know I saw Jimmy Das Hotep he got a lot of likes on it too. He was saying he was calling them out for their nonsense, and he said, Lawrence Jones is not a diversity hire. This is a terrible take. He's been putting in that work. Shout out to and salute to
He
Jimmy Das
has.
Hotep.
He definitely has.
Yeah,
Yo, Lawrence B. Jones is he's had his own show on there for a while.
yeah, yeah. He puts on some. He asks for some good. He has some good guests. He has some good topics. Um, I've seen him a couple times. Has he been on with the? He's had like the Hotep song before too, hasn't he? He had Sonny
Yeah,
Johnson
uh,
on.
you remember when? Yeah. Also, he moderated that whole debacle with HJ and Brandon Tatum.
He moderated that.
Yeah,
I didn't know he was in that room with that.
yeah. He was in the yeah. He was the moderator, yo.
Oh, that was a debacle.
You want to be a hood nigga? You want to be a hood nigga?
That's what he's. Oh goodness, yeah. So thanks, Stephen, for coming in. So yeah, he had Sonny Johnson on there. He had I don't know. He had a couple different people on there. I think he had King Randall on there. So he gives attention to some different stories. He probably even had Eric July on there, for all I know.
I'm not sure, but I know he's a good journalist.
Yeah.
He had like a little thing that he was doing on the weekends where they had him traveling abroad. Like he was, and I believe Tucker might have been the one that vouched for him to get the position he had in the first place.
You think Tucker put him on?
Yeah, I do. I'm almost certain of it. I want to say Sonny said that. I want to say Sonny was like, yeah, Tucker helped him get where he was at. In Fox.
we gotta have Sonny Johnson come back on again and
Yeah, we do.
ask her what's going on with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you got anything else that you wanted to chop it up about? We're kind of freestyling over here a little bit because I was just waiting for Cannon to come in, and I hadn't set this up in a minute tonight, so I kind of like whipped this little screen up.
So you know who Rob Lowe is, right?
Yeah, what's up with Rob Lowe?
So he was out there picketing with the writers.
Oh, he was?
Yeah, he was like, hey, yeah. So he's like, we're only as good as the writers. He
Is
said
that
our
right?
show's only as good as the writers. So he's like, basically like, yeah, get y'all money. Like without y'all, our shows and movies suck ass.
Oh no. That's what he was
Essentially what
going
he
at.
was saying. Yeah.
What about Kevin Costner? Was he out there too? Because I know he was trying to leave his series that he was working on. What's that series he has? Yellowstone?
Oh, is that? Oh, yeah, yeah. I like Yellowstone. Yeah.
I thought that they've been trying to get him. I don't know. I mean, there seems like there's been a back and forth going on with it. I never watched that series Yellowstone before. I never saw it.
You never watched Yellowstone before?
Uh-uh.
Yo, Yellowstone is it.
It was really
That's
good.
yeah. Yellowstone's a good show.
I haven't checked it out. So how long are they talking about this writer's strike? They had a writer's
Nobody
strike back
knows.
in '94 or something like that.
Yeah, nobody knows. Nobody knows how long this writer strike's going to be.
Hmm.
You know what I
Hmm.
mean? Like it go forever. This is what I was saying earlier today.
11,500 writers of TV and film are on strike. Well, that's that for that. But a lot of them have been making some horrible nonsense lately. Have you seen that Peter Pan movie, the new one?
No, I haven't.
Oh, okay.
I have, I have no interest in seeing it either. Is it any good?
No, it's not any good. It's
I don't
terrible.
know.
In one scene, Wendy goes up to Peter Pan and just slaps the heck out of him.
A
Just
word?
starts beating on him. Yeah. Yeah, so it's basically Wendy featuring sometimes Peter Pan. It's like all about how Wendy is the ultimate woman, and
Oh God.
and and Peter Pan is just kind of lost in the sauce, and she just needs to slap him a couple of good times, put him in his place. It was ridiculous. It's gonna be a hard it's a hard film to follow.
Well, I guess they need to weed some of these writers out too. Then, God damn it. But I
Man,
know that so the late shows, the late night shows are the ones that's getting their asses handed to them right now about that though.
oh yeah, they don't have Conan O'Brien writing for them anymore.
So yeah. So I was like, nah, these they make a bunch of money. They supposed to be these comedians. They come from sketch comedy and all this other stuff. Get
Hmm.
them the topics and let them riff. Make them earn their money. You know what I mean? Now they talking about the tonight shows these late shows are going dark until after the strike. Like, no, y'all paid them how much money a year? Here's the topics. Make something happen. There are YouTubers that successfully do this shit, right?
Right. Yeah, I don't know, just the source material is really all they have to follow. That's the main gripe that everyone has with it. Like, we want fan service to be intelligent and not to be something that's, trying to talk down to its audience. And that's why movies like Super Mario Brothers and Top Gun Part 2 were so successful and about to hit $1 billion, because not only do they serve the fans, they give you those callbacks to the previous things that you grew up with, that nostalgia, but they also offer up something new without it being diversity politics or watered down or agendas, an agenda filled message. And because when we go to see a movie or we put on a show, we're trying to delve into escapism rather than nowadays realism, and authoritarianism that we have currently with our everything, the messages that are pushed. The overall message is
Yeah,
jarring, and it's not something that a lot of people don't want to, who wants to take their family to go see that?
exactly. Who nobody wants to see their family see that shit. Period. You know what I mean?
Pretty
But
much.
with the writers, they're afraid that Chat GPT is going to take their fucking job.
Oh wow. You know what? Speaking about that, so they have a program up that my daughter and I tried out, the little AI programs. Went
Okay.
online. We went online and we made like a little short cartoonish video.
All right.
And so what if Daniel Tiger got him a Dragon Ball and became like Goku?
What?
That's what we were talking about, me and my daughter. And so
Uh,
it built this story around that. It said Daniel Tiger came from the land of make believe, where he
Okay.
later discovered a Dragon Ball, and he made his wish to become just like Goku. Then Frieza appeared in almost threatened, King Wednesday or whatever, and Daniel Tiger had to intervene and destroy him, and then everything went back to peace in the land of make believe. And I was like, that was a pretty good story right there, kind of. You know how the AI created that whole little story. We had the scenario, and it made pictures for it and everything. And I'll probably post it up on YouTube. The little short, just a short clip. It kind of looks funny looking, and the text is kind of funny, but you can see where eventually this is gonna go. Eventually, anybody, like, have you been listening to the music created AI songs on YouTube lately?
I haven't.
Okay, they got one with The Weeknd, and they got one where Michael Jackson is singing some of The Weeknd songs, and it sounds spot on. They got some Drake songs that are
So
coming
the
out.
weekend sounds like Michael Jackson.
Right, he does.
I've been saying that shit. People think I'm crazy. Like, no, he. I'm like the
They
motherfucker
said no,
sounds
he
like
doesn't.
Michael
Like,
Jackson. Yeah.
oh, it gives you those '80s vibes. It's really nice. So, the AI music is come a long way, and like
Uh-huh.
it's sounding really good. So, earlier today, my wife was listening listening to some of it because it's that good. It's that good. You want to put it on and listen to it. You're like, oh, this is
I
nice.
agree. I agree.
It's getting crazy. So, I mean, the tools are going to be in people's hands to make their own stuff. Now, what are the companies going to do about it? They, I mean, the AI could sit. You could put
Right.
input ideas into it, and then the AI will be able to craft stories for like
Hmm.
TV shows and movies out of what you're coming up with off of your little, off a simple ID.
Yeah, it's true. That is true. But everybody's figuring that out, and of course, Hollywood's gonna figure that shit out. And these actors, they want a new contract written where Chat GPT can't come in and fuck up their money.
Hmm?
And I don't blame them. I don't blame them at all.
Yeah. They're gonna be worried about the AI taking their job. Skynet will replace you. See, if only Skynet could follow the source material, they'll be doing better than those writers coming up
Right.
with all kinds of nonsense to intertwine into their stories. Which being original and coming up with creative stuff is one thing, but just populating your story with whatever the modern agenda is, to outfit it to some sort of overall overarching message that you're trying to push on people. That's what the problem
Yeah.
is, because then you can't have that moment of relief
Mm.
of what is it, escapism, right? You can't have that when you're watching a movie that's real preachy and acting like its audience is just dumb as dirt.
Yeah, you got a point about that though. You got a point about that.
They got to meet us in the middle, act like we have some sense.
Man, listen. The strike will go away because they're gonna cower down and they're gonna pay that money.
Mm.
And I'm not mad at it. You know what? Go get your money, fucking writers. Go get your money. They owe y'all. They owe y'all writers reparations. Starving those starving comedians and shit like that. People that write for those sitcoms and stuff like that, especially for the Tonight Show. Matter of fact, y'all not even that fucking funny. Y'all,
What's that
uh,
funny?
the Tonight shows are terrible.
Oh, the late night comedians.
Yeah.
They're not. It's not. Johnny Carson was, quick witted and really, he was smart and funny. Charles Grodin, he was smart and funny as heck, and he used to come on Saturday Night Live. I don't think we're gonna see that anymore. Those super smart and witty type of comedians that you used to get that would have the quick wit with it and come up with all kinds of blurbs on the spot. I don't think we're gonna see that much anymore.
But all I'm gonna say is this though: Jimmy Kimmel and Jimmy Fallon and fucking Seth Meyers,
Yeah.
bunch of money,
Hmm.
right? They can get them. They can give the writers whatever the hell it is they're asking for.
Mm.
Period.
So their pockets
Not
won't be hurting, huh?
No, if not, then make them do it.
Shoot, they
Make
could just.
Jimmy and Seth and all those people do it.
I mean, the main thing that a lot of them do is just sit up there and do politics. They just hate on the right. Anything the right did today was dumb, and this is the joke about it. Meanwhile, you might have the left doing this, that, and the third, and they just don't want to. They don't want to say anything about it because that's their bread and butter up there. Did you see Roy Wood? I don't know if you watched the little thing, but Roy Wood was the Roy Wood Jr. He was the correspondence dinner host.
Mm.
Did you see any of it or not yet for
No,
Biden and them? Roy Wood Jr. He's pretty funny. Have you heard his material before?
Roy Wood Jr. How the
Yeah.
hell?
So he had the one where it was like the crank call, right? Where he was pretending to be the Zimbabwe guy or whatever, and he was like, "Madam, I will
Oh
slap
yeah,
you.
yeah,
I
yeah,
will
yeah.
slap the taste out your mouth."
Yeah,
And she
Roy Wood
said, "You'll do
Jr.
what?" And he said, "I will come through the phone and slap the taste out of your mouth."
Yeah, I know you talking about. I know who Roy Wood Jr. is.
he has some funny he has some funny little skits and stuff like that. So anyway, he's over there, capping for Biden and them. So I didn't watch it. It got a lot of views though. Several million views.
Huh, that's interesting.
They're
I don't
complaining
know.
of they're complaining a lot lately, like I said they would, about the Discord, right? Washington Post was writing earlier about the White House told Zelensky nothing about the Discord leak. And so in the media they've been going after Discord and saying look at how wrong it is, the Discord. Let me see where it was at in the news real quick. I know they've just been negative about it, right?
Yeah, of course they're going to be negative about the Discord. They're trying to demonize the Discord. This is what they're
Trying
doing.
to demonize the Discord in
We
order
called that
to
shit.
what? In order to what? In order to try to gain hold over.
Yeah, because look what they were trying to do with the Restrict Act.
Mhm.
With the Restrict Act, they trying to gain control of all social media.
Right.
With everybody posting, anybody post something they don't like, it's more. You gonna get more than fucking a suspension. You might get
Mm-mm.
5 years.
Is that
You might
right?
do a nickel.
When they said that the Discord leaker had an arsenal, and I thought they showed airsoft rifles on his bed. They said he had an arsenal, a violent looking arsenal,
Oh God.
and it was like your Nerf blasters and some some. I mean, they have the little red spots on it. I thought they were the airsoft ones.
Boy, man, listen. They gaslighting. It's the season. It's grifting season, y'all. Y'all know what it is. They gaslighting right now, and that's what they want to do. Discord is for white supremacists and neo Nazis or some bullshit. They going it's gonna go the way of
The
fucking
Discord,
yeah.
because like it was it mostly. I mean, when it first dropped, the Discord was mostly for your video game tutorials, your
Yeah, for,
video
yeah,
game trainers, and your anime, right? Because it's like
yeah.
huge, long seasons of anime. So there was this whole group on there that were like, okay, take a look at this. This is what's coming out for Roblox. This is what's coming out for One Punch Man and all that
Yeah.
stuff. And I think Telegram is the same way, isn't it?
Telegram.
Yeah, I haven't used
Yeah,
it, so I don't
sh-
know. Hmm? You
yeah.
know a little bit about
Telegram
it?
is a little bit, not a lot, not a lot. But I don't know if they can do anything because you got Mid Journey. Mid Journey uses Discord too. That's what everybody uses for AI for their thumbnails or whatever AI art using Mid Journey,
Right. I don't know.
including HJ.
Yeah, he did. Oh, okay. Yeah.
Mid Journey. He did a whole thing about his subscription thing for YouTube. He's using Mid Journey for that.
I'm gonna be late as heck trying to catch up with all the new. Mid Journey is the AI one, right? The prompt, but does it have something else you can do?
I don't know. I don't use it. I got to sit down and look at it. I haven't really had a chance to mess with it.
Okay,
So,
but you can use it to create. So in Mid Journey, you can use it to create like images out of your text. So you could text different words in, and it can put it together, right? I think
yeah,
that's
yeah,
okay. Cool.
exactly. Like you just talk to it like I'm talking to you, essentially, or text it like I'm talking to you. and then they figured that shit out.
Dang, that's wild.
Yo, AI, I'm sorry. People think like AI is nothing to be worried about. Okay. You see these writers right now. These writers is like, fuck that. AI about to take our jobs. So what you talk about, there ain't nothing to worry about.
Oh goodness.
They don't pay AI nothing. And AI
Salute.
write a better script than us.
Y'all see, I see. Jimmy said tons of crypto projects use Discord. That's true. The crypto community is using Discord too. So I think, like we were saying with that act that they're trying to push through, is basically a way to open up to have controls over these kinds of things like Telegram and and Discord. You know, to have their you know hands in every pie, was it fingers in every pie, hands in every because everything that runs without oversight for the powers that be is what they're after. Is that's something that they're not watching. Did you see that so you see that Twitter video that HJ had ran earlier with the woman saying, "Come and get these chips and put them in your hands, and you can swipe it across the counter and order your food and stuff, and it'll help track you throughout the day in case anything medical happens to you."
No, I didn't see it. I didn't catch HJ's joint today.
Oh, okay.
But they doing that shit in like Sweden or Switzerland, bro. They've been doing it. They had like
I think
they
this
put
was
your right
Australia or
hand.
something like that.
I remember back a few years ago they put one in your right hand, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it was like a little the size of a little grain of rice.
Mm.
And you can wave your hand and swipe and you can get stuff from the fucking the vending machine. You can like order groceries, you can open doors, right? All this shit. And they only had it for their employees, and like almost all their employees signed up for that shit. Like got in line for it.
Oh, all the employees wanted a part of it.
Yeah,
That's when
at the
you don't
time.
have the pushback. They're gonna continue to keep taking an inch until they took 5 miles, and you're in the gulag, wondering what happened.
Yeah,
Because we see the same thing with them pushing out those robots over there in New York, right? The little robo dogs. You have Robo Cujo biting people eventually. You
yep,
have the other one they call the robot snitch that's gonna be driving around looking at people. It's if you don't push back immediately on some stuff that you don't want, it's like when remember when Uncle Hotep was saying that they had pushed for some stuff there in Pennsylvania and the people stood up against it right away and said, no, shut this down,
yeah,
and they
yeah,
backed off. Well,
yeah.
people have when people aren't doing that, no, shut this down,
Hmm.
and they're just sitting back and saying, well, they're just taking an inch, they're just taking an inch. You
Yeah,
get to where we've gotten today. We live in like a dystopian world right now. This is 1984 right now. We're living it.
yeah. It is. It's Soylent Green. It's fucking idiocracy.
Yes, all of the above. Everything that you saw that was predictive programming is right here. And
Yeah,
what was wild though was back in the day when you would tell people, "Look, this stuff is coming." What would they say? They would say you're crazy. They would say you have too much time on your hands. They would say it would never get that bad. They would also say we have rights in America. That's one of the big things he used to always say. Because I was always the person in the room that said, "Look, I'm over here reading this book, and this book, and this is where it's taking, and this is where it's saying we're about to go to." And they would just ignore it. They would say, "Nah, you're crazy. That's not going to happen."
yeah. So you know what's funny? Speaking of idiocracy,
It's turning
you
out to
ever,
be a
you
documentary.
ever, you ever pay attention to the shoes they had on?
What they have on?
So I was watching this thing, and it was like, well, when they were shooting the movie,
Uh-huh.
they didn't have a big budget for wardrobe,
Mm.
so they were trying to find some shoes that kind of look futuristic, yet simple. And
They have some Crocs.
nigga, they had on Crocs. So they said they found a company that was like, they made these weird looking shoes
Mhm.
or sandals, but they weren't mainstream or they wasn't out in the world at the time.
Yeah.
And so they found this one company and they was like, all right, well, fuck it, let's just order a bunch of shoes from them.
Mm.
They look weird enough. Come to find out, when you look at pictures of Idiocracy, they got on Crocs, bro. It was Crocs.
Crocs. Mm. They were calling it then, weren't they? Because
They were called it. Crocs
were
wasn't even
not.
a thing.
Yeah, they were not popular back in the time of what was that? When did it come out?
For
I forgot.
Idiocracy.
Yeah. What year was that?
Uh,
2000 something seven or something?
2006.
Oh, I was close.
Yeah, Crocs wasn't a thing.
2006. No, not at all. Not at all. And I know people laugh today and say that's not a documentary. That's just a comedy. But I mean, they've been putting they've been putting elements of predictive programming in these films for years, and some of the people that are part of the whole powers that be structure, they know what the game plan is ahead of time anyway. So you talk about they might want to showcase that, give a writer or a director an idea and tell them, hey, check this out.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
showing the Crocs on your page.
yeah. I was trying to share the screen.
How
Did
do
it
I
share?
click? How do I click it over to share the screen?
I don't know. It didn't ask for you to. It didn't ask for you to allow it.
You
Try it.
didn't? Okay. We're trying to share a little picture over here.
Hold up. Let's try this again. Boom. Boom. Start sharing. Did it give you a prompt to let me share?
Uh-uh.
Oh damn. Cause darn, that sucks. Hold on. I wonder why. It's got the little red thing like it's supposed to be sharing.
Hmm.
I don't know how this shit work, but it should have popped up. Let me see. I don't know. That messed up. I don't know why it's not doing it.
It usually does it on yours when I send something over, but I don't have the share screen option over here popping up to do it.
That's interesting. I don't know why.
But yeah, I
Anyway,
see it in the
so
picture.
just type of idiot. Yeah, you should be able to share it. But yeah, yeah. Owen Wilson, like in the picture about the show, he riding around with President Camacho. He got on some orange Crocs.
The old
Got
President Camacho.
Yo got on the OGs. Yo got on the OG Crocs. That is
Let's
hilarious.
see. Hold up. If it will it let me go in and out of it if I click share screen?
I don't know.
Mm.
But now let me see. Hold up. Hold up. What the freak? Did you start sharing the screen?
I'll try to. Yeah, click the share screen.
What screen did you share?
I don't know. I click
Oh,
share screen. Is that going to be yours coming
yeah.
from here?
Well, you shared the screen. I see the screen, but it's a picture of me.
Okay.
Don't worry about it.
All right. We'll get it going another time then.
Yeah, it's
Show it.
probably. I don't know what the hell happened. I think. Oh, I know what it is. So you can see what I shared to you, right?
Yeah.
But you gotta designate a screen. You gotta designate a screen for it. That's all.
Oh, okay. So I have to set it.
You had to drag the picture of. You had to drag the screen that I'm sharing for you, and you have to create a whole thing. Don't worry about it.
I have to create a whole thing.
Yeah, it should be annoying sometimes. Tell you like it's a real learning curve with OBS.
Okay, I
Like some
got
people don't like it. I
you.
don't mind OBS though, but some people hate it. They
Like
like, man,
Steven
that's
said, the electrolytes is what plants crave.
yes, electrolytes is what plants crave, baby.
The
You gonna make me go watch Idiocracy this weekend?
Bondo or whatever. How many times have you watched the movie though? You
I've
watched it a
watched.
lot.
Yeah,
You know, a movie I've watched a lot is that 12 Angry Men. Did you ever get to see that?
no.
You never saw 12 Angry Men?
The jury, is that the jurors?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I seen it. And they got Tony Danza in there or something like that.
No, it ain't got Tony Danza in it.
Wasn't Tony Danza in one of them?
Nah,
Like remake?
I don't think so. I
Let
don't
me.
remember Tony Danza being in it. Maybe there was a 1990s version of it.
Yeah,
I'm talking
12
about the
Angry Men. I
19
could have
the
swore it was a version of 12 Angry Men with Tony Danza in it.
My mom's got the prepper ideas. She said buy battery operated devices, extra water, extra food, walkie talkies, pet food for the pets, and disposable plasticware, etc., and plant your garden. You got a garden going too?
I need to have a garden going. I don't have one going.
Oh
My
man.
neighbor, he's supposed to show me.
Oh, I know Jimmy's working on all kind of stuff going. Let me see what Jimmy's got going too. Give us some tips. I know I saw his chicken. He's been posting pictures of the chicken.
Oh yeah, chicken.
Yeah, Jimmy's got some chicken.
He's got a little clucker clucking around.
Yeah, he's got several. He's put
That's
together
the
a
fuck. He
little.
got the room for it. He down there in Texas. He got the room for it. When I was in Texas, I was going to visit Jimmy, but Jimmy was like 4 hours away from where I was at. I was like,
Mm,
that's not happening, Alvin.
the what's his name is coming up again. That the tax sale out here, June tax sale. I gotta
Oh,
look at.
that list you sent me before.
Yeah, I gotta look through the houses and see what's coming up. There
Those houses
should
like $1.
no, no, not the dollar, but thousand. Thousand and different stuff like that. Over here, we got a house like was across the street, and two people pulled up to go in there, go and check it out, go look around at the house. It's coming up on the list. We got at least two other houses in this neighborhood.
Mm.
The a guy that we worked with from the Obamacare, we worked with him, and he was over here nearby us in a little house that he went and got a fixer upper. So he fixed it up, and he sold it for 87,000, I think. And then
Okay.
the house directly across over from us, another guy went and fixed that up, and he sold that one like that for 187,000.
And they be going for like dirt cheap. Like the one list you sent me, I ain't see a house in that bitch that was over 5 grand.
Oh, you're right. Those tax sale. So the new way that they said that they're going to do the tax sale that my mom was telling me, and I was trying to, I guess, looking at the thing or whatever, or Michelle was telling me, my wife, the way they were going to do the tax sale this time around was they're going to have you register to come in to do it, because in the past you go up there, like there would only be seven buyers basically. You come
Okay.
up there, and it's really only seven people with the cash on hand to buy anything. And I've been up to a couple of them, right? And so you go up there and they say they'll present the house. They'll be like, they'll have it like on a card like this, and they'll say, anyone wants this house right here? Anyone house this house? But they go alphabetically, right? And then you see if anyone gonna raise their hand and be like, yeah, I'll bid on it.
Hmm.
So if nobody else is bidding on it, then it becomes yours. So if they're like, okay, this house $1,500, anyone wanted this one? And we like, you raise your hand, and they were like, all right, then it's yours. Take this down and go pay for it, and that's that. You get your house. But they've gone and done a thing where they said you have to register to be in there. So last time we went in there was like only seven buyers in there, but there was like the room was full. There was like 20, 30 people in there, but all those people were just looking to see how the process goes. They didn't have any cash on them. They were just looking to see what the process looks like. Now they're kind of like, nah, nah, if you're coming up here, you gotta have the cash. You gotta have your cash. I like that. That's kind of cold blooded because the other people won't be able to, see how the game goes.
So they don't be in there like 75, 75, 75. Sold to J Pylon. They don't do that.
No,
That seems
it's
like
not
it'd be more
that.
exciting.
It's not that. It's not stressful like that.
Uh,
No, it's not like that. They just
so it's
hold
like
up
a
a picture.
it's a silent auction.
Now, let's see. The people want to like the people that come up there though. They try to showboat. They might have 15 grand or 20 grand on them, and they're balling. They're
Oh, they
balling in
probably they trying
Oklahoma.
to buy a couple houses.
Yeah, they're trying to get a couple houses, and then sometimes they bite off more than they can chew. If they try to come up there and keep buying and buying and buying, then how are you going to go fix up this, that, and the third house? If you bought too many, if you bought a whole bang of them, you better have a whole bunch of people to go help you fix them up, because they
Yeah,
are going to be basically every house is going to be a fixer upper. Some not as bad as others.
yeah. I was looking at some of the lists the last time. There's a couple of them that weren't that bad. Um, but I think it's a good idea, especially in Oklahoma, simply because shit don't cost that much out there. So, for example, if I try to do a fix upper here,
Hmm.
not in like Baltimore City, but like on the outskirts, like maybe in the suburbs. Let's say if I got a rancher that needed work, that should probably cost me 50 or 60 grand to buy that rancher that needed work.
Good night,
Dead fucking serious. And then I got
man.
to put another 50 grand into that rancher, maybe 60 grand into that rancher. So now I'm $120,000 in the hole. Now I got to put it on the market, but I could probably get 250 grand for the rancher.
Mm.
But
That's
the startup is expensive. However, if I come to Oklahoma and I get a house, I get a house for $1,000.
yeah.
I know I seen one that wasn't that bad. The last time you sent me the list, it was one that wasn't that bad for $1,800.
Hmm.
And then I hire a fucking company to come out there and or to fix it or to do what they need to do to get it livable or renovate it. Let's just say that's another 50 grand. I'm assuming 50 grand would go a long way in Oklahoma for a renovation job. 50
Yeah,
grand fuck around and get two houses
that's a
renovated.
that's a heck of a lot of money. You talking 50 grand?
50
What the
grand
heck?
probably get two houses renovated.
Not because I mean, you know that they got they got what is that
But I can
Habitat?
turn around
They
and sell
got
it for $80,000, $110,000.
they got Habitat for Humanity, and
Yeah,
they got some other stuff like a Goodwill or whatever. So you
yeah.
can Salvation Army or whatever. So what some of the
Scratch appliances and shit.
yeah, what some of the people do that you see that are fixer upper people is they just go down and get like the cheapest laminated stuff, a bunch of white paint, come in there, paint everything up,
Mm,
laminate all the floor real quick, put in the basic sink, the basic toilet, the basic li- little fixture with the little fan going. It's done. It's a wrap.
yeah.
And
Me, I'm going all out.
that shouldn't cost more than just like I don't know, 2, 3 grand or whatever, because they're getting some of the stuff. They're getting like they're getting it from the home Habitat for Humanity and other things. They're picking up different junk to go and you know to get for free to put in there. And sometimes the scrappers in them have some things too that you can get from them.
Really.
You got a bunch of scrappers out there too, but they probably make better money than the ones out here. We got a lot of scrappers here in Oklahoma, but they
Huh.
only get quarters and stuff like that for every little bit they turn in or whatever.
We got scrappers. Um, call them crackheads.
Oh Lord, I mean this we
I
we
remember I
have
tweeted one day. I said nobody moves with more purpose than a crackhead headed to the scrapyard.
so right.
Oh shit! I commandeered your chat. Now the chat is on my OBI, so now I can pop your chat up on the screen too.
Oh, is that right?
Okay, yeah,
Let me
that's what's
see.
up. So I can. So now when people start chatting in the chat, I can pop it on the
Did
screen.
you hear about the Texas mass shooting suspect accused of killing 5 neighbors being arrested?
Yeah,
They
the
said
the
they
Spanish
found him.
dude, whatever it was.
You say what?
Wasn't he a Spanish guy or something?
Yeah, yeah. He was here. He was here illegally. Like, was they were mad at Governor Abbott for using that kind of language to describe the man, the gentleman.
Hmm.
He wasn't supposed to call him illegal. That's what
So,
people were
but
upset
okay, so
about.
it'll only show up on Rumble. You won't be able to see it on YouTube though.
Well, that's good. But
Yeah.
so the story with that, do you heard about this about the whole circumstances with that and
Nah,
everything?
I ain't get the circumstances
So
though. What
here's
happened?
the circumstances, right? As far as what they've told us on the media. So they were trying to put the kids to bed, right? It was a family that was here illegally as well, and they were trying to put the babies to bed. And their crazy neighbor next door was out there with a shotgun and something else, and he was just letting off shots in the air and at cans on the porch or whatever, just randomly shooting stuff and then shooting into the air. The family was like, "What is all this crazy noise?" They went out. What's up, Blake? They went out there. The lady went over there to yell at him and say, I guess both of them went out there, the husband and the wife or whatever, and they were got onto him and was like, "The babies are trying to sleep. Stop all that shooting. You're scaring the kids, and we're trying to put the infant to bed." He was like, "I do what I want." So then
And shit, probably. God damn.
they went back inside the house, and he came back out with another weapon. Then he comes back over there, and the woman's like, "I'm gonna go give him a piece of my mind." The dude didn't stop her. She went right over there. The husband, I'm saying, didn't stop her. She went right up. He said, she said, "Well, he's not gonna shoot me because I'm a woman."
Oh god.
So she went over there and she was like, "What did I tell you about doing all this shooting? I told you you better stop it if you know what's good for you. I'm about to call the police." Meanwhile, inside, I guess they're ringing up, trying to get a hold of the police. And the police are like, yeah, we'll be there when we can be there. You know how it goes. That's a
They've been
10,
coming
15, 20
30.
minute rate.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, the crazy dude next door is getting hyped up and he's like, oh, yeah, that's how it is. Well, I'm going to go get my guns and kill all you.
As a man, if my neighbor makes that threat against me and my family, one of these guns gonna be on the walls. Might be it's gonna be missing for a few minutes.
Yeah, exactly.
Take care of some business.
Man, goodness. So he comes through. Of course, he blows her away. Then he comes up there to the house. I don't know what they're doing. Well, they don't even have to have the doors locked.
I'd have
They're
caught that nigga
not.
walking. I'd have caught him walking. As soon as he would have hit my property with a shotgun in his hand, it'd have been a 308 in his head.
See,
I'd have been waiting for him. I'd have been waiting for him.
the handling of the situation was all off,
Yeah, it
right?
was. They should have just called the police from Jump Street.
They
I got.
shouldn't have went over there to confront. Why
Yeah,
would you confront your crazy neighbor who's shooting his gun into the air and then
right,
shooting at the ground? You don't know if he's gone off his rocker.
right. Clearly he was. So that's what I'm saying. You know what I mean?
My wife
All I'm
said
saying
Cannon
is,
knows his guns. Welcome in Michelle Pylon, Inside of the Ages, Blake, Mom.
I'm dead serious. I'm sorry, yo. As soon as he would have hit my property, it'd have been over for him. But you're right, they handled it wrong. You don't go confront your neighbor. You just call the police. Hey, I got it. My neighbor's shooting his shotgun. And I'm afraid that it's gonna, like my kid's gonna catch a fucking stray bullet.
That's
And
what
they
I would
let
be
the police
concerned
let
with.
the police pull up and handle that shit.
That's definitely what I would be concerned with. I'd be like, hey, and if he's over there drinking or whatever the heck got going on, I would have definitely been, me being the man, I would have definitely been like, okay, y'all come on with me. We're gonna go head out down there to some other spot real quick. We're gonna go hold. We're gonna go get something to do over here while the police come and handle him because
And
he's
then
gone crazy.
if he kept doing it and the police ain't get there, I'd have been like, a little bit to the left. Bam!
I mean, like, oh man, I mean, yeah, R.I.P. to that. Goodness, R.I.P. to that family, but they all got killed. 5 people dead, and then the babies were the only ones survived, and the husband, because I guess he ran out the door or something. I don't know where he was.
He should have stopped his wife from going across that street. Stop. Call police. Everybody, I mean, it's Texas, so they probably ain't have no basements. You know, I just call the police. Everybody get on the ground. I'd have got one of my guns. The minute one of his bullets would have pierced one of my walls, I'd have put them crosshairs right on his head.
Cold game. He got crosshairs on his head.
I'm
This is
serious.
it's jacked up though how they handled it.
Your
It
wife
was
watched too
like,
much. Your wife
see,
watched too much. First 48 or snapped. He was ready to get rid of her. Maybe.
that's what she said. He just wanted a new wife. That's real cold blooded.
That's like that dumbass documentary on Netflix where the guy pushed his wife down the steps and killed her. It's called The Stairs or some shit. Like,
Oh yeah.
yeah, you ain't never seen it? It's crazy.
Was it HBO or something like that? Was it true story?
It's Netflix. It's a true story.
It is.
Yeah, I think it's called The
Down
Stairs or
the
some shit like that on
stairs.
Netflix.
That's terrible.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy. Speaking of fucking crazy, Joy Reid,
Who's Joy Reid?
the crazy woman
Crazy woman.
on MSNBC, the black lady that always be gaslighting.
Is that right?
Yeah, that's why I said Dawn Lemon was the female, was the male Joy Reid.
Michelle said you just watch. He's gonna have a GoFundMe on TikTok too. Cold game.
He might. She right. He might.
Oh
He might
goodness.
walk, depending on what part of Texas he in. Where he at? What part of Texas? They gonna hang him if he in like fucking Dallas.
What happened with Joy Reid though? What's going on
Yeah.
with her?
See, I should be able to share the audio. At least everybody else should be able to hear it too.
Is this through the desktop or something?
I got it. Should be good for this one. Share audio. Boom. Start sharing. All right. Let's see. Listen.
Listen, friends, you need to hear me.
Can you hear it?
Yeah.
The Republican Party, at this stage in its development, is at war with the rest of us. They're at war with women. And women, if you think they're going to stop with just outlawing the abortion pill, you got another thing coming. When they're done getting a national ban on abortion, which is what they're going for, they're coming for your birth control. And when they're done with that, they're going to move on to LGBTQ rights. They're coming for gay marriage. Don't think that you, if you're LGBTQ, but you're rich and affluent and Republican, that you're safe, because they're coming for your rights too. They're coming for all non-white immigration. Because look, if they can force American women to give birth, who needs immigration? They'll just
They're not trying to force American women to give birth. They trying to get rid of y'all. They trying to get rid of y'all. They want to grow the babies next to the turnip greens, and they want men to date men that went through drastic surgery.
They really.
Woman, Joy Reid is a fucking. She's just batshit crazy.
She was watching.
Job.
She was watching The Handmaid's Tale. She got hyped up again from episode 10 or whatever she was on. Yeah, there's some Handmaid's Tale storylines, right? Which is crazy because they always say, "Oh, we want the government to be the ultimate power," and it's like, okay, you want the government to be the ultimate power, but you are always saying that the Handmaid's Tale will become a reality if we let the government become the ultimate power. Isn't that supposed to be the lesson of the Handmaid's Tale?
Right.
It is in their demented, crazed, warped brains, their crazed, ridiculous perspective. A Handmaid's Tale could become a fruition of reality rather than the horrible, nightmarish reality we live in currently. That's already pretty jacked up and messed up every day. Rather than that, so a horrible reality of the Handmaid's Tale is what you don't want to happen, yet you're paving the way for it to happen by giving all this power and all this control over to the government. And they're the same ones that are always saying we want only the police and only the military to be armed.
Yep.
And they're always calling for more wars. They're warmongers. So Joy Reid and her ilk are warmongers. And who's the ones that keep on calling the police? Who called the police on George Floyd? Who called the police on was it Jacob Blake?
Yeah.
It would have been Joy Reid. She would have been on the phone dialing and said, "Hey, there's another one out here. You get down here right away, police. He's over here looking for bags of chips and drinks, and he's got a fake 20. I think you need to handle him." She would have been the one calling.
That's big facts. That's right. You're right.
She would have been the one calling the police on him, because that's exactly who called the police on Breonna Taylor.
Exactly.
Joy Reid. That's who called. That's who would have called the police.
No, they didn't call police on Breonna Taylor. They said we don't want no knock warrants. We don't want no knock warrants. Right? They every warrant they had was a no knock warrant, including Breonna Taylor. But you know what the police decided to do that night?
What'd they do?
Knock on the fucking door. Every other place they hit that night for looking for that one guy went down without incident. The only place that went down with an incident and a death was the door they fucking knocked on. We don't want no knock warrants. They knocked on her door and she died. Now, if they did knock on her door and they fucking put a boot to that bitch, they'd have caught her ass butt naked in the bed with her boyfriend. But they wanted to be nice because they knew that he really wasn't staying there, but he still had her address as his main address. So they knocked on her fucking door and she died, unfortunately. Joy Reid advocating for no knock warrants. A fucking warrant where they knocked on the doors would cost Breonna Taylor her life. Just saying. Oh my gosh, man. Jimmy Dawson in the building. He says, Cannon, you should do an SBR Form 1 through Silencer Shop. They're doing a $50 special and you can get paperwork, no stamp. What? Oh, thanks, Jimmy. Appreciate you. I'm definitely going to do a suppressor, and that's probably the best way to go. Let's keep on with this video. What else she say?
Replenish the impoverished, desperate workforce with poor people. They force American women and girls, little girls, teenage girls, and younger to make. They're coming for workers' rights because once they have their population of low wage workers, why give them any rights? Why give them the right to unionize? Why give them any rights at all? Give them low wages and then give them nothing else. They're coming for education because the last thing you want is an educated workforce, are educated people who know history and know enough about history to see what they're doing. They're coming for your books. They're coming for Black history. They're coming for Holocaust history. They're coming for the history of all non-white people, and they're going to erase it from our schools.
This is the shit they've been doing for the last 7 years. Everything she is naming is the shit that they've done for the last 7 years.
Like I said, she was watching The Handmaid's Tale.
Now, her ass was watching ChatGPT because she ain't write this shit herself.
You don't think so?
No.
What
This bitch
what does
said,
she work? She works for
"Give me
MSNBC or
a
something like that.
speech to watch." Huh?
She what thing does she work for at the moment?
She with MSNBC.
MSNBC?
Yeah. I don't know how she still got a job. There's been times where they should have just got rid of her ass. But they ain't real news anyway. Like I said,
But she's saying that there'll be every woman will now be a womb slave. That's the storyline from Handmaid's Tale.
she must drink all the wine in her house and decided to pick up her phone and say some stupid shit. A womb slave. They only want women to have babies. They coming up with fucking Matrix fucking incubators that they gonna start growing babies in.
Yeah, that's true.
Feeding your baby cricket meal and shit.
Crickets.
It's gonna be illegal for women to have kids without the government's approval. And then they're gonna give you a government approved fucking incubator to grow your baby in. Fucking chia pets. Fucking Cabbage Patch Kids for real.
Yeah, that's. I can always mention that crazy movie. It's called Zero
Wasn't
Population Growth. That's what's called.
was Gattaca like that?
Gattaca was about eugenicists. I mean eugenics. Okay, so basically you got to
He was
check this
infected,
movie out.
right? He had to, and they wanted to kill him, right?
No, no. In Gattaca, what it is like everyone bases everything. They're real big on eugenics. Okay,
Yeah.
so what happens is like a woman will say, "Oh, I want to date dude right over here," right? But she'll take his a swab of his DNA, and she'll get a readout um, that'll say he's likely to make this much money in his life. He's gonna produce this many kids. This. That they have it all technically laid out. Then
Yeah.
she'll be like, "Hey, you're sorry. We took your DNA. You don't match up on the card. Sorry, we can't date. You're gonna have 5 feet tall kids. I want some 6 feet tall ballers. Sorry, but you gotta go." So
That's
that's how
great.
that'll be like on a blind date. So the people in that world, they're real interested in being perfect, right? They have this identity that there's going to be this master race of people in Gattaca, and so they want to sit there and determine who's got the best genes. And if they think that you don't have the best genes, then they limit what you can do. So say your card said he's a bum, he's trash. That's what your card said on it. Now you have all the capabilities in the world, but they don't want you to out there doing anything. They'll say, "Nah, your card says you're trash. They says you have to sweep the floor. You have to be a janitor. It says you're dumb. It says this, that, and the third about you. So go pick up your broom, homie, and get out of here." And you could be pushing yourself, learning and reading. So that's what the story was about. The guy wants to push himself to learn to read, and I mean, to motivate himself beyond his current circumstances, so he can get to this other world that they've traveled through in space. They never show it. They're just keeping it all on the ground. But that's what it's about. Eugenics taken to the extreme levels.
Margaret Scott says, "Remember Soylent Green." Yeah, Soylent Green is people.
Appreciate you, mom.
Your mother.
Shout out to my mom.
At
Mother's
least.
Day. Mother's Day is coming up. What you got going down for your mom?
Ah, man, I don't know yet. So usually, what I usually do is I'll like cook dinner. You know, get steaks or whatever,
Oh, I
or
like
some kind of
steak.
seafood for them, and then I get like a couple dozen crabs and let them go to town on the crabs, and then that's usually about it. Most of the time, Mother's Day is a really nice fucking day where it's like 75, 80 degrees outside. But now the way the weather's working right now, I think they done put the solar shield up.
They put the solar
Like
shield up.
50 degrees tomorrow. It's May and it's gonna be 50 degrees, 4 degrees.
They had the man. I looked up at the sky. They had like 20 different airplanes going zigzags everywhere, and it was just cloudy as heck from all that stuff that they were busy
Hmm.
contrailing everywhere.
I seen another video about that shit.
Was
They
did
can't, it was like contrails or
where they had a hose that
trail they
was that the one?
contrails. No, it was like it was Kim. It's not chemtrails. It's contrails. And
Mm.
then it's a video that came out like, oh yeah, we're cloud seeding. We're shooting all this shit into the sky.
Well, yeah, I mean, because it's
And chemtrails, you dumb sons of bitches. Y'all gonna tell us that we're crazy, and y'all fucking then y'all,
wait,
we don't.
allegedly, Cat,
Allegedly,
allegedly,
allegedly.
it's all
Jesus,
a coincidence.
Periscope back. What the fuck is this? I knew it. That's why I can't.
What?
That's why we can't stream the. That's why I can't stream the Twitter anymore.
What's wrong?
Elon Musk bringing back Periscope.
What is Periscope? Tell me about that. What's that?
Periscope was it was like how we doing right now. We live right
Mm.
now. Periscope was the first, like it was kind of the first to do it, where you can go live from anywhere on the app.
Oh, okay.
So Twitter bought Periscope. And
Dang, they
Periscope,
have a lot of money.
yeah, Periscope was the way we would live stream. Then they got rid of Periscope around around 2016.
Dang.
So then like I had to do some finagling just to get Twitter to go live like from OBS and shit like that, because it only allow you to do it from your mobile phone through the Twitter app. But it looks like Elon Musk is bringing Periscope back. Good on him. I still got my Periscope account, so
That's what's
fuck.
up.
That's what I'm talking about.
I
Let's
like
go.
them. Well, okay, then congratulations on your Periscope account, because I didn't know what it was though, but now
Periscope
you'll
was
be able to knock it out.
12. That's when it like jumped out. It was like 2012, something like that.
2012. Oh man, I missed the MySpace. Do you mess with your Facebook very often, or you leave it alone?
I don't. I think like when I post something to like Instagram, it'll automatically go to my Facebook. At
Mm.
one point, I was streaming to Facebook, but I stopped streaming to Facebook. Facebook's annoying. It's not what it used to be.
Nah.
I'm tired of seeing these videos like people doing stupid shit and they keep you on the hook trying to figure out like what the fuck are they trying, what's the end result, and there's never an end result. There's
I
always some
remember
dumb.
there's like the cooking videos that you see, right? And those
Yeah,
are just to get viral clicks, because they'll grab a chicken, they'll grab some chocolate, and I mean they're just gonna make some big nasty mess out of it that's not even edible.
I want to grab them by the neck and snap it.
They're just like, oh, look what we're gonna
It's
do, and
wasted
then
8 minutes of life.
it's just like those crazy random dances. They just keep you watching some weird stuff going on for no
Shit,
for no
man.
point.
And that's another thing. I'm tired of that shit. I remember like when TikTok started and people was doing them fucking dances. I was like, they just like all that shit they doing fucking all the hand move. I'm like, they fucking conjuring open the gates of hell. That's what it looked like to me. I'm like, yo, y'all motherfuckers is doing some dances. I don't know where these dances come from. You don't know where these dances come from. Y'all doing them.
It's
Y'all,
demonic.
y'all opening up the gates of hell with this shit. Y'all causing the fucking Mandela effect. That's what
Oh
y'all.
my goodness. Nah, they
Speaking
did the
of Mandela
CERN.
effect, speaking of Mandela effect, yeah, I'm dead ass. Speaking of Mandela effect, Emmett Till, right?
What?
Emmett
Emmett
Till,
Till. Yeah.
the lady that accused him
Yeah.
died of cancer.
She died the other day, yesterday.
I remember this bitch dying 2 years ago.
Maybe they just put no, cause see the movie was coming out, right? The movie was coming out. I'm thinking maybe they put some false information out there ahead of the movie to hype people
I
up to go
remember
watch
her
the movie.
dying. And before she died, she admitted that she accused him.
Oh, some extra stuff happened in
That was from like 2 or 3 years ago.
what? Okay.
I remember that shit. And then when I see she died this week, I'm like, she fucking died like some years ago. What are you?
Did she?
She admitted it. I'm like, am I crazy?
Man,
I'm telling you, yo. I'm telling you, that Mandela effect shit real. And I've had a bunch of them personally. I ain't going off the fucking Bernstein. No, I had some shit where I'm like, nah, that shit ain't go down like that. And then it's like, okay,
it
fucking
happens all the time.
happens all the time. Like,
Man,
I must be fucking crazy. I thought Sinbad was dead. I thought Sinbad died.
there was a Sinbad R.I.P. the Sinbad moment.
I thought Sinbad died like a couple years ago too. I looked him up. He had a fucking brain aneurysm
Did he?
and a stroke. That
Dang.
something with his brain, and he's like been in the hospital ever since.
You know who? You know, in I had a Mandela effect for Tony Loke. You know who Tony Loke is, right? Tone Loke.
Oh look, he did right.
Nah, he's alive and well.
I thought he died too.
When did he die? Tell me when he died.
Um, Tone Loc, was it Tone Loc?
Tone
Yeah,
Loke was behind.
died.
Wasn't he in Baby's Kids as the voice of PJ?
He was in Rock.
And he
Um,
was the funky cold Medina, and he
yeah,
was
fuck,
in Blank Check
yo,
and Faking
no,
the Funk.
didn't he die like 2020?
Nah, he never died.
Yo, I thought, yo, what the fuck? Is something wrong with me? I swore they said Tone Loc died.
Nah, but he had a DUI back in 2010, and he had like a I don't remember what year, but I'm pretty sure. Let me go over to his Wikipedia page real quick and see, because I thought he had like a heart attack or something like that.
Thought he died, bro.
In 2009, he was rushed to the hospital. Back in 2009, that's when I thought that he passed away.
Bro,
When
I
he
thought
was rushed, after he was rushed to the hospital, I thought they said he passed away from it, but then
I
they
ain't,
said he survived it.
I ain't trying. Look, I ain't trying to wish death on nobody. I'm happy he ain't dead. Happy Sinbad ain't dead. That Emmett Till lady, I swear she died a couple years ago. They said that before she died, she admitted on her deathbed. Now all of a sudden she died this week.
Mm.
I don't know. I don't know, dude. Maybe I'm jumping between fucking timelines and I don't know it. I'm about to start writing this shit down. Anytime somebody die or something crazy happen, I'm gonna write this shit down in a fucking journal. And then when hopefully it don't erase like Marty McFly's hand in Back to the Future.
It just disappears out the blue.
I gotta fucking play Earth Angel so I could remember what the fuck happened.
You gotta play it just the right way. That's funny as heck. Oh man,
Man, I'm telling you, Lisa D said wild thing. Yeah. Yo, Tone Loc was the man, yo.
the wild
Is
thing.
yeah, he's still alive. He's 57.
Yeah, shout out to that movie, Bebe's Kids. Did you like that movie?
Oh yeah, it's a classic.
It's depressing as heck. I
The
mean,
press now, I mean the end, yeah, with the kids, they go home and the mother ain't there.
because I mean the whole time, well, because the whole time the kids are acting up and cutting up, but then it really hits home when he comes to the home and it's just an empty apartment with nothing in the fridge. Then I sit there and just like, man, this is sad as heck. Because
That's the reality.
it's reality, right? The latchkey generation and the hard times that a lot of kids go through out there. It's like, man,
Especially when that movie was made, because that was when I was a kid.
mm.
Like I knew friends that was like that. Cousins.
What was the female character? It's been a long time. What was the woman who played the female character that kept on saying, "You gotta understand what it's like for them kids. You gotta do."
Let's see.
What was it? Oh, was it this Jamaica character? I know Tone Loc was Pee Wee.
Let me see. Baby kids, let's find out.
Robin Harris died. I didn't know
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. Robin Harris died. He
Oh
died.
wow.
He died after the first house party. I remember that.
Dang.
Yeah, that's the one person that's consistently been not here.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. What's the cast? Faison. We doing a new movie?
They
Oh,
used to put Faison Love in a lot of stuff back in the day. I can't remember
doing
what
it.
all he was in.
So maybe just they're saying Faison Love Robin Harris' voice. I thought Robin Harris did Robin Harris's voice. What the fuck?
Is that right?
Okay, I don't know. Oh, maybe Robin Harris died in the making of.
During the making of the Baby's Kids, huh?
Then Faison Love took over.
Faison Love was the one that was the helper elf in that movie Elf, wasn't he? At the
Yeah,
at the
and he was Big Worm.
yeah, and they said Big Perm and Friday. He was in that movie Torque too. Did you get to see that? That crazy bikers movie. They had two biker movies that come out back in the day, Torque and Biker Boys.
Yeah.
About the same year, 2003 or 2004, something like that.
I always gotta get the fucking people my chat, god damn it.
Hmm?
Oh goodness gracious, what is this? Can't stop the meme or some shit like that. That's YouTube. That's not the one I'm looking for. Hold on. There we go. It's always somebody. Get out of here. Somebody trying to use my channel to get viewers, I guess. Can't stop the meme. Whatever it is.
It's not to me.
Like honestly, if you want me to shout your channel out, send a fucking super chat or a rumble rant, and I'll fucking shout your channel out. God damn it. You know who was nice enough to always shout my channel out when I would do a super chat?
Who was it?
Eric July, yo. Always
Eric.
shout me out. Yeah, and I wouldn't even ask for it. I wouldn't even I'd just be like, yo, coming through show love. He'd be like, yeah, yo, go subscribe to Ken Hotep channel. He got good shit. I wouldn't
That's
ask.
really cool.
Yeah, he just did it. He did it off the strength. You know, just send a little super chat saying what's up. I just like it. I enjoy his channel. He would do it
Nice.
all the time. But motherfuckers like this, they just want to throw it in the chat. Hey, send a fucking rumble rant. Now I'll fucking shout you out. God damn. Stop being takers. God damn.
Well, appreciate everyone that came through.
Iron Man in the building say I work with baby kids.
Is that right?
Oh my gosh, my cousin do that too. He said he used to call the kids. He used to work at some group home. Say, hey y'all, come downstairs. Your parents is here, and the kids come downstairs all happy, and it'd be like a social worker. And it's not my mother. He's like, yes, it is. You're a ward of the state.
That's not my mother. Cold-blooded.
He's a dick.
Cold-blooded.
Vanessa Bell Calloway played Jamaica.
Oh man,
That movie was classic though. Like
what movie? The Baby's Kids?
Yeah, Bebe's Kids. Especially when he was getting on the lady when he was coming out the bathroom. He said, "Lips so big, chapstick made a spray." He was like, what did he say? He said to the one girl, "I know it's you. See them skibbies with the broke down backs." Yo, that movie was classy. You know what else? Another classic movie I watched it the other day. Meteor Man. Meteor Man. I watched it simply because they made it here in Baltimore. They made Meteor Man here.
Meteor Man. That's been a minute. Was that the Robert Townsend movie, right?
So they were trying to pass Baltimore off as DC, but they shot the whole movie in Baltimore. I don't know why they couldn't say they was in fucking Baltimore, but they didn't. That was all-star cast, yo.
Do be more bad.
Everybody was in fucking Meteor Man,
yeah,
right?
And a lot of people.
And you know, Meteor Man it ended up being a Marvel comic.
Did they? They put a Marvel comic out of Meteor Man.
After Meteor Man got finished, it was like 6 issues of Meteor Man under Marvel.
Wow.
In the main continuity of Marvel. Like he was a main character.
Mm-hmm. A lot of people forget that Robert Townsend was trying to open the door for comic book films and black folks back then.
Let me tell you who all was in this movie. You ready? So of course you had Robert Townsend. You had Don Cheadle, James Earl Jones, Eddie Griffin, Robert Gilliam. Was Mr. Belvedere, I think it was, or Benson, whatever it was. Marley Gibbs. Bill Cosby, Luther Vandross was in this movie. Cynthia Belgrave was in this movie. Sinbad, Big Daddy Kane was in the movie. Who else was in it? Zeus. Did Zeus die? I think Tiny Zeus Lister, because I remember him passing away too. Maybe he's still alive. Zeus died. Jesus. Tiny Zeus Lester, Debo. John Witherspoon was in this movie. Jennifer Lewis. She was one of the aunts from off of Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Faison Love was in the movie, really? I'm seeing him. Wallace Shawn, the guy with the weird voice, he'd be on Toy Story and all that shit. Tretch from Naughty by Nature was in the movie. Layla Rashawn was in this movie. LaWanda Page, the lady from Sanford and Son, sucker, her. Who else is in this movie, man? Bismarck Key was in the movie. Samuel Jackson was in the movie. Who else of note? And Angela Robinson.
They had
star cast in Meteor Man in 1990.
A lot of people in there.
First black superhero movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Spawn came later.
1993 for Meteor Man. What was the other one? Blank Man. When did Blank Man come out?
Blank Man was a pure comedy. Blank Man's fucking hilarious.
Blank Man. I need to look and see. I can't find it, but yeah. Eddie Griffin. They wanted to get him out the paint.
Yeah, they still do.
So they had
94.
Yeah, when he started, he got let me see. He started blowing up back in when he had that what's his name come out in 2000, 2002. He was in a whole bunch of stuff, right?
Who?
When he did the Undercover Brother, he had a whole ton of movies all at the same time. He had Double Take.
He had Double Take.
John Q, New Guy, Undercover Brother.
Eddie Griffin was the man. Then he started going Hotep, and they was like, he got to go.
Yeah, when he started saying some stuff about the stuff they don't want you talking about, they said you got to go.
Yeah, he's still out here talking this shit. He don't care. That's why I respect Eddie Griffin.
Yeah, because he was one of the ones noted, pointing out the whole thing with Cosby and saying, well, look how they go after these huge black celebrities and they attack them, try to tear him down and stuff like that. Same thing he experienced, basically.
Iron Man says Debo is no longer with us. That's what I thought. So check it. Even with Blank Man, yeah, he died. So Blank Man, right? You got Damon Wayans, you got Alan Greer, you got Jason Alexander in that movie. Arsenio Hall was in the movie. Yvette Wilson, I used to like her. She was like from Moesha and all that other stuff. She passed away. Who else was in here? What's the girl name who who yelled grape and who was married to Mike Tyson?
Robin Givens.
Robin Givens, she was in the movie. Blank Man is one of the funniest movies I've ever seen. I'm sorry, guys, it still holds up. Like I still laugh my ass off. I still slap a knee at when he's working at McDonald's and he keep trying to sell the guy on fries. He just want a Big Mac, and he keep trying to sell the guy on fries, and the guy get pissed. I just want a fucking Big Mac. He turns to the guy with he goes, he's just a little McMad right now. That shit has me rolling, yo.
What's this robot J5 or whatever, J9 or something? Oh, so silly.
I had posted that when J5 blew up and shit when when Mayor Adams had announced his fucking snitch bots. I said that's how them bitches gonna look when people get a hold of them, bro. Blank Man is a classic. Meteor Man was great. It was great to watch it because the neighborhood I grew up in changed a lot, right? It's being gentrified, right? Like the University of Maryland is moving their way westward, and like they got condos and shit, right? So a lot of the neighborhoods don't look the same. But a lot of the film was shot in my neighborhood where I grew up, and to see what the neighborhood looked like back then brought back a lot of memories. You know what I mean? Like for example, like if you watch it, it was a scene where he made a garden. He had like the oversized tomatoes and shit like that. Well, right there, the building that's next to it, that's where I used to get my haircut every weekend. Lenny's House of Natural, right on Fayette Street, 10 the block of Fayette Street. And I saw that. I was like, oh shit, that's, and I remember Mr. Lenny and Mr. Ricky and all of them. They used to be in there, and that was like a real barbershop. That's one of them barbershops where like you ever see like you see on the TV where like you go to the barbershop, they talking shit and everybody in there acting, like the movie Barbershop. That's how that really was. That's how that barbershop really was. You be in there all day. Cause everybody in there talking shit. You got the old dudes playing, like literally playing chess or reading the newspaper or getting the shoe shine or whatever. And you just this little small ass little barbershop. You just waiting to get your hair cut.
Mm.
You know what I mean? You be in there from 8 to noon. I think it was a couple times I've been there. I got there 8 in the morning. I ain't leave till like noon. But I had to get that haircut. But it brought back memories. Like a lot of these movies are I don't know, they're classics, man. Then like you got Jamie Foxx, who I don't know what's up with him. I don't know if he not here no more and they not saying it or what. Like they just saying he went down on a medical condition and he's still in the hospital. He been in the hospital for like a month.
Oh yeah, Jamie Foxx. I hope you get better, man. That's some messed up stuff.
I was today early. I was talking about the great movies he was in. Like
oh yeah,
Collateral, All Biden Citizen, Django, Booty Call, Ray, Ali. You know what I mean? Classic movies. Classic movies. You know what I mean? It's classic. We got Emmanuel in the building. What's up, Emmanuel?
What's up, Emmanuel?
He said he ain't getting no notification. We on J channel, yo. We on J channel, but you subscribe to J channel too, so you should have got a notification.
Yeah, we over here. We over here on YouTube and on the Rumble, right? So check it. Jamie Foxx was awarded the Presidential Medal of Freedom.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. See, look what Denzel Washington did. Did he go and collect his Medal of Freedom? Nope. He said he was sick.
Yep.
I'm just saying. You know what? Because Rush Limbaugh, he went in there and collected his Medal of Freedom. Rush no longer with us.
Jeez,
if you go through that recipients list, you're gonna notice a whole bunch of people that come up missing. I don't know. It's just coincidence run amok.
That's crazy.
Stephen Hawking got his.
Well, Stephen Hawking was already fucked up.
Yeah, he got his. Colin Powell, didn't he get his too?
Did he? And then, oh man, he died from like colon cancer or something like that. I don't know.
But look at Denzel. Denzel said, I'm sick. I can't make it. Denzel is secretly a Hotep. That's what Denzel is.
So Spawn came out in 1997. So Blank Man
Michael J. White.
Michael J. White, yeah. Like so, Blank Man was. I mean, Meteor Man was like probably he was the first black superhero movie. Not only first black superhero, he wasn't even affiliated with no comic book until after the movie dropped. The movie did so well, Marvel picked it up.
Ooh. Oh wait, Galaxy comes out this week. Are you gonna go check that out?
What is it?
Guardians of the Galaxy Part 3.
Galaxy come out? I might
go see it. I'm gonna go see my wife keeps wanting to go see the George Foreman movie. I said, yeah, we gotta go see that. I know.
I kind of want to see it, and I kind of don't.
The number 2 or number 3 movie this week was Return of the Jedi. They re-released a 4K version of it, and we didn't even get it in our city. They got it in Oklahoma City and other spots, but we didn't get it here. I would have went to go see it. That would have been nice, been fun.
The Jedi. So yeah, I know. I remember when they had all of the they brought back Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom. I had to go see that in the theaters.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Oh my goodness! And I went up there, and they played dumb, and it was like, oh, we don't know what you're talking about. I went up there to see it, and they were playing dumb with me. And then I guess because it was young kids and stuff like that. I remember we went up there to go check it out, and there was some young kids that didn't know what section it was in or something like that. Because then I found out other people went to go see it.
Yo, you see they coming out with a new Indiana Jones.
It's gonna be trash.
It's going to be trash.
I mean, I hate to say it. I mean, because I love Indiana Jones. I like Harrison Ford. I like the action, the adventure. But in the hands of Disney, what they've been doing lately, I don't know.
A man said Indiana. Man, see, you know what? Man, go to sleep. You said Indiana Jones is never good. Are you serious? The original Indiana. Oh, come on, yo. They were fun. They were fun. Oh my gosh.
What about Alan Quartermain? Was that?
Oh my gosh.
Did
League
you
of
watch?
Extraordinary Gentlemen. I like that movie. I
Did
got
you
that Blu-ray still.
the what?
League of Extraordinary Gentlemen.
Oh yeah. Did you like the
Uh,
Alan Quartermain? He had two movies that came out. He was the bootleg Indiana Jones. It
yeah,
was
but that he was in League of Extraordinary Gentlemen.
who?
Alan Quartermain.
Oh, the
What?
character, because he's a
Yeah,
Marvel Comics book. No, he's a DC. He's a
he,
DC Comics
he was like
character.
the immortal like hunter or whatever he was.
I got you.
League
Not
of
like
Extraordinary Gentlemen was a good movie. That's the
not
only time I've ever heard of him.
not because they had that movie in the 1980s come out to compete with it, right? And it was like Alan Quartermain in the City of Gold and Alan Quartermain in the something adventure, whatever, Venture Starts or something like that. The
Well,
first one.
that's but League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. That's all that was. It was based on like uh fables or novels.
Hmm.
You
Pope
had
Pope
yeah,
Bex.
you had Captain Nemo,
Hmm.
Alan Quartermain. You had Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde,
Yeah.
and I forgot the other ones. But yeah, they were based on like those novel heroes. Emmanuel says personally, I want to watch Sisu. I want to see Sisu as well. It's just John Wick in 1919, essentially.
Is that white? Right. I
Yeah,
didn't know.
because I seen the preview for it when I went to go see John Wick. I was like, what is this? I said, and then there's like from the creators of John Wick. I said, oh, okay. So it's like John Wick's great grandfather killing Nazis so he can cash in his gold rock that he found or some shit. I do want to see Sisu. That shit look good.
I mean,
Him,
that's at the theater right now in some spots.
Jones. Huh?
Sisu is at the theater right now.
Yeah, it just came out. I might
Yeah.
have do a double feature between that and Guardians. I had to do back in the day where you go see one movie and you kind of sneak over to the other one and go watch that. Get the 2 for 1.
What
I
was
had to
the?
do that.
I was looking at that list of the people that received the medal, the Freedom Medal. Sandra Lindsay, she was the first person to get the Yamin. What was she? It says she was a prominent advocate for the Yamin in mental health.
Ooh, the black lady.
Yeah. What was her? I mean, what was her credentials though? What was her credentials?
She was just a fucking nurse.
Huh?
She was just a nurse.
She was just a nurse. Well,
Yeah,
they probably gave her the placebo.
yeah, they did. It was the Jamaican lady. I remember that.
They said, "Come here, we got this sugar water to give you real quick."
A man will talk about some Indiana Jones isn't Moonfall bad. Come on, we'll see. It was 70% of the audience liked it. Fucking Rotten Tomatoes. You're in the minority, Emmanuel.
A nurse at the Queen's Hospital.
Yeah,
I want to inspire people who look like me. Here we go.
and they get a white nurse the fucking real thing, and she passed out on fucking television during an interview.
The white nurse got the jacked up stuff. The other one got the placebo. The other one got the Medal of Freedom. What they give the white one? Nothing.
They give her ass some fucking applesauce when she woke up in the fucking hospital bed. What they gave her.
Goodness, they on some. They really on some clown time with every stunt they
And,
pull. Straight out of Jamaica. She was from Jamaica, or I don't know. Her little videos all say something about Jamaica.
what's Tiffany? Who's Tiffany Dover?
I don't know.
I don't know what that is, y'all. Did y'all see the new Tiffany Dover 2.0? Who's Tiffany Dover, man?
Oh, that's the woman that's the nurse that died, isn't it?
Oh, that's what we talking about. We talking about her right now. Okay. That's the one I said they gave her that shit and she passed the fuck out. Oh yeah.
No, I'm sorry. I don't want to put any misinformation out there. Let me clean it up. She may or may not be with us still.
She may or may not be with us.
Allegedly she's just fine.
No, she didn't get the first shot of Manuel. The one that got the first shot was the Jamaican lady.
Yeah, the Jamaican me crazy.
And then Tiffany Dover got it and she was doing an interview and then she passed out. And then it's alleged that she didn't make it. But then when you look at the new Tiffany Dover,
It's a completely.
that
Oh,
don't look like the one
bro.
that passed out. You know who she looks like though?
Who?
Man, I wish I'd been doing YouTube back in the day. There was a friend of hers that they kind of favored a bit. They both were nurses, and she was in a couple of pictures with Tiffany Dover.
Is that right?
That's what this girl looked like, yo. They've been trying to pass her as Tiffany Dover since Tiffany Dover passed out.
Mm.
This ain't Tiffany Dover. This is the same Tiffany Dover they tried to tout out after the fact back in like 2021 or something like that, or 2020. I remember that. Allegedly.
Hmm.
Allegedly.
Yeah,
Check this out right here.
she's just fine and alive and well, and everything is good and wonderful in this world.
That is not the same woman.
That's the same woman, and we're just super happy that she's just fine.
Tennessee nurse targeted by anti-vacation theories speaks out. It
Good,
is.
good for her.
It's no way.
This,
Hold on.
them noses, the nose looks. What? I don't know what she fell on her face.
No.
She didn't fall on her face. Her nose just turned
No.
up like that. Okay.
No. It is not her. It is not the same. I'm sorry.
Before and after.
I feel like I did something on this, but maybe I didn't. Somebody did something on this. Was it Tree Lodge? Somebody did something on this. It's not the same person.
They have a before and after.
Somebody got a Tiffany Dover is Dead podcast. Jesus, Mary and Joseph.
Well, she's alive and well and doing just fine. And
you know what? I hope she's not. I hope she is alive and well. Hopefully, this girl right here that looks nothing like the girl that passed out on television is the girl that passed out on live television.
Right. That's definitely not AI. We don't even have the technology to do something crazy like that. Just take it out of your head, people.
Allegedly, Tiffany Dover came out last week after being missing.
Yeah.
Whole new look. She's been missing for like 3 years. 3 years she's been missing. She just been keeping her nose clean, head down to the grindstone, she's doing her nurse thing, guys.
Just good peoples. It's great. Yeah.
Well, I remember the story. I remember the theory. This ain't a new theory. Man, as a moderator of J Pylon YouTube channel, we are happy that Tiffany Dover is alive and well after she bravely took the safe and effective medication. I'm telling you, this ain't a new theory. I remember this theory. When I first seen it, I said, that's not her. And this was back when they tried to tout her back out. And then next thing you know, that whole shit went away.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is when I was talking about where I said they gave the black lady the placebo, gave the white girl who got the real thing, and she fucking fell out in a live fucking a live video interview. That is not her. Ain't no way.
They gave Simone Biles the Medal of Freedom too.
Oh shit! She better watch out. She just got married and shit.
Her family was some of her family was the one that behind that shooting. Was it her brother that shot a bunch of people up?
It's not the same girl, huh?
Was it her brother, Simone Biles' brother, that shot all of those people up?
I don't know.
Simone Biles' brother accused of triple murders in Ohio.
Jesus Christ.
Charged in a triple murder back in 2019. He used to work, I think he was in the army or something like that. Gymnast, brother of Simone Biles, is acquitted of the murder. Had a mistrial.
Oh my God. I wish I could share my screen, Jay. They got a picture on Twitter. Hold on. I gotta send this to you. They got a picture on Twitter of Tiffany Dover being the nurse of fucking Damar Hamlin. That is hilarious. Hold on.
You gotta send it in the Skype.
I'm sending. Oh, I was just gonna send it in the listening.
Nah.
Hold on.
I'm not at the what's his name. I'm on the Skype.
All right, hold on.
Because this is the new setup in here.
All right, I got you. Hold tight.
Dave Durango is in here. Salute. Welcome in, sir. He's even got a moderator wrench. You see that? Everyone
I thought I had to make moderators
wrenches.
I found out how to make moderators on Rumble too. So um I'm gonna pick a couple people. I know Iron Man and Jimmy Dawson. I'm gonna make Emmanuel moderator over there. Get motherfuckers out of there on Rumble.
Oh, that's cool for Rumble because we're live on Rumble. Also, are we live on Twitter?
No, we're not live on Twitter because
Mm,
they fucking killed that loophole, and now I found out why. Because they made a Periscope. All right, I just sent it to you.
let
Yo,
me look at this.
that shit is funny.
What is this?
It's coincidentally Tiffany Dover is the hospital nurse of Damar Hamlin, saying both of them got taken out by the Yameen.
Oh, I see. I see. So it's just a it's
And both of
it's
them
it's a
clones.
some AI picture. It's an AI picture.
Oh no, that ain't AI. Somebody did that by hand. That shit is
Some
fucking
Photoshop.
yeah. What's this?
Photoshop a Dover pic. Hold up. Let me see if I can throw it up in the chat or not, so you guys can see what Canon was over here showing.
All right, what's the name? I'm not doing that.
You clicked whatever you clicked has made you go invisible.
No, you did that. I ain't do it.
You telling me I made you go invisible over here?
Yeah, you made me go invisible, bro.
Okay,
Dag it, Jay.
you
There,
back.
I go. There I go.
All right, Hindi eye source. So you locked in now. Okay, cool.
That shit is funny.
Man, it's
That's
crazy.
not her. She pretty, but that ain't her.
Man, that's her.
Okay. Jimmy
They
Dawes
all look alike. No, I'm playing.
back again.
But they
Imagine, I don't think we are ever going to get the real Damar Hamlin.
the real Damar Hamlin story,
um,
because that's definitely the real Damar Hamlin too.
is that the real Damar Hamlin?
They're all the real person. No questions about that.
Oh,
Joe Nickel Slick, that's really him. I mean, you're sometimes your ears go detached and then reattach. You know, the earlobes. That's
yeah,
just what
you
happens. It
and you
happens
got
with age.
you got all that good nonsense.
That's just what happens with age. You know how it goes.
Oh, of course, yeah.
One day we need to go over how you found out about each other. Found out about who? What's Emmanuel talking about?
Oh no, Jay just hit me up. Jay slid in my D.
I'm gonna say slid in my DMs.
No, Jay's like, yo, uh, you want to do a movie review, one a collab, and I was like, yeah, cool. We did a movie collab.
Is that what Emmanuel was talking about?
Yeah,
Referencing, I guess.
yeah.
No, yeah, we were the Hotep movie reviews, and I, we chopped it up on what was it, Skype or whatever. Me and Cannon saw each other on the Skype, but I had like whatever I had posted up too. I did what I do, like I did like some gematria talking points
Yeah.
or something like that. I had been popping up on other people's streams, and then I just showed Cannon, and I was like, "Yo, Cannon, Hotep, this is me." I talk about the gematria stuff, the Hotep stuff, basically, and I want to see if you want to do a Hotep movie review because I think it'd be a good little niche, right? A good little thing that I haven't seen anybody doing lately. And then we started talking on the Skype, and then after that, we just started making one thing after another. Then the audiences or whatever kept coming through and being like, "Yo, where's Jay and where's Cannon? Y'all like the dynamic duo over there." And then we have good what is it, banter, rapport, keep each other thinking.
Yep.
I think that's our villain origin story.
There you go. Then we got Wonder Twin powers.
One to 20 powers, shoot. And we've been rolling with it ever since. And then I come on his work grift and his and then this is the first time back for a minute over here on my channel because my setup before that I had going just wasn't keeping up the speed with the signal or whatever, right? It would like drop us. and we had all kinds of issues with it. But now I got a new setup. Look at the new chair I got. A new chair going, and so and it's gonna go pretty good, pretty smooth.
Oh, I see what I'm doing wrong. Hold on. I'm dumb. All right, here we go. That's how I gotta do it.
We see pretty much eye to eye on just about everything. There's little slight things that we'll say, whatever,
Mm-hmm.
that we disagree on, but it's nothing like that we're gonna turn to blows over on anyway.
Facts.
We just real laid back, and I think our personalities uh, match up pretty much too.
So I gotta find Jimmy's on Rumble. So Emmanuel and Iron Man, you guys are moderators right now.
Ooh, congratulations on your new wrench hammer. What is it they get over there on Rumble?
They give you on Rumble. I don't even know.
Dave is asking if we saw anything good lately at the theater. So I saw a couple different fan edits. I saw a fan edit of The Mandalorian season 3. It was a beautiful movie version of it. I loved it, and we watched that. Then we saw what else did we see? I saw over here. Oh, Midnight Run is a classic. Watched Midnight Run.
All right, Jimmy won.
It looks like a whale. Jimmy said it looks like a whale. That's cool. I
I
got the
don't know.
whale powers.
I think the last movie I seen was what? John Wick, I think was the last movie I
John
seen.
Wick 4.
Yeah. Then Creed was before that. I want to go see Sisu, and I'm gonna go see Guardians. I don't know what I'm gonna do yet when it comes to what's that movie? The Flash, because I want to see it because Michael Keaton in it, but
Oh yeah, that's gonna be good with Michael Keaton. I
yeah, it's
gotta
gonna
see Batman. I'm one of those huge. I'm one of those huge Batman fans that if it involves Batman, I gotta check it out.
oh, they give you a shield for moderator.
Oh, cool.
It's like a purple shield. So
Oh, I haven't seen John Wick 4 yet. We're hopefully gonna. My mama's gonna babysit. We're gonna go see George Foreman Part 1 tomorrow. I think it's
or
gonna be some.
it's gonna be like Rocky and shit.
Yeah, George Foreman Part 1. Hopefully he wins these matches.
They're gonna say he really beat Muhammad Ali in the
That would be
real.
cool, wouldn't it? An alternative version of history.
Yeah.
That would be really cool to watch the movie, and that's what happens.
Speaking of that, right?
There's a George Foreman movie playing at the theater right now, Dave Durango, and I'm gonna go watch it tomorrow at the IMAX. Go check it out.
You ever seen The Man in the High Castle?
Yeah, I did.
That's a great show.
Did
Fantastic
you
show,
read
right?
the? Wasn't it the book? Did you read the book?
Yeah, I listened to the book.
Oh, the audio.
Yeah, I
Gotcha.
listened while I was while I was working at the casinos and stuff.
That's what's
But
up.
um, but yeah, The Man in the High Castle. That show was fucking great.
That is. I mean, it was cool. I liked it. I was watching. I was watching it, and I enjoy it because it's alternative history. Like, what would have happened? What would have happened if they had won? Well, they would have. I guess they would have split things up or whatever.
But then when you get to the sci-fi version of it, that's the fantastic part.
Oh, when he gets up there or whatever.
Just the sci-fi version when they start swapping between realities.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
It's like it's an alternate reality when they won.
Hmm.
When Dolph and them won World War II, and it's separate from our reality where they lost.
Mm.
And the Asian man, he can go between both worlds. He can go between both dimensions.
And I know you like that show Heroes, and I haven't got to see that just yet.
Heroes, the
I
show,
never saw it.
the old show from back in the day.
Yeah,
I used to have I had the whole DVD set.
I remember you were telling me that you loved the Heroes, and I said, well, I haven't even got to see it just yet.
Heroes was really real. Heroes is great.
Did you get
It's
to see Sopranos?
I never watched Sopranos. Like I heard it was good. I
Oh,
just
you
never
gotta
got.
watch this. this. That's a really good show too. Sopranos was really good. Smallville was fun too.
Smallville. I used to watch that. I used to watch that.
Oh, The Leftovers. Yeah, I think I saw a part of an episode. I didn't get to
It's
finish it.
like that's the leftovers when like the rapture happened and motherfuckers disappear, right?
Yeah, because they had this crazy. They have a crazy version of it that's not The Leftovers, but it's made in Australia, and I watched it. Oh, let me see. Supernatural series that came out in 2014. they had a there's a show that's identical to The Leftovers, right? And it's super crazy. And I wish I could remember it. I probably got it in my somewhere in my amongst my collection of movies.
Oh, you talking about like the Omega, not the Omega Code.
Hmm?
It's a it's on a movie or a series.
Who, Steven?
You said the leftovers. You said it's another series like the leftovers, or is it a movie?
Exact. There's this another show that was just like The Leftovers, but it was like made. It was like coming out of Australia or something like that,
Uh,
and it was super crazy. Like it had zombies and demons, and like it was wild.
you think Game of Thrones ended great?
I never saw Game of Thrones.
Yo, that last episode of Game of Thrones was garbage. I was pissed. It left so many people pissed off. There was so many people pissed off.
Get the spoiler alert.
Thank you, Dave. Dave Durango said that shit was a travesty. Definitely was a fucking travesty. It had so much potential for a better ending than that, and they ended it like that. Oh man, I used to. This is what I used to do for Game of Thrones, bro. I would get so excited when Game of Thrones. I would go to 7-Eleven to do my ghetto Cold Stone. I would go to 7-Eleven, get a pint of fucking Cherry Garcia. I get a brownie, a Butterfingers, smash that bitch up, mix all that shit into the ice cream with a fucking with two Reese's cups, and that was my dessert. And I would sit in my basement, goddamn glutton, and watch the new Game of Thrones.
This is funny as heck in the basement.
Game of Thrones was the shit, and then that final episode pissed me off. I said, "This is some bullshit. How you going to end this season? How you going to end this like this? Oh my gosh!"
Shoot, I haven't even got to see one of them or read the book or any of that.
No, the last season was fine.
Hmm?
It was the last episode.
Oh,
It was horrible.
the final episode was messed up. You said
Yeah, it was fucking shit.
maybe someone can fix it in the fan edit community. I got the fan edit of the Superman movies. I really like it too. There's a special versions of the super. You know how they have things that are like edited out and things like that.
Uh,
And they got that whole community over there on Reddit, where it's a fan community where you can post, where they post up videos of how they edited things together, so you can see a better version of some stuff. And I love watching some of that. They do a really expert job.
Anybody read Blood Meridian? No, I never heard of it. I had to check it out. What's Blood Meridian about, Dave? See, but yeah, I don't mind reading stuff. Like I used to read these books or listen to these. What's called the Dresden Files or the Dresden something.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Uh, he was like
Yeah.
a magician or a wizard or some shit. Yeah, it actually had a
Dresden.
TV show. It had like a TV show for a season. I found. I was like, oh shit, Dresden Files. Like I've read. I think I've made it through like 4 or 5 of the novels.
Mm.
Good. I like them. I think they should. It kind of reminded me of Supernatural, which was a good show too.
Man, I'm behind. We're behind over here on our shows and movies because there's so much stuff out there right now to check out.
We got
And
32 over here on. We got 33 on Rumble. Oh shit, we got.
hey, 33 people on Rumble. Salute. Appreciate y'all for coming through.
Make sure you hit that thumbs up. Make sure y'all like and subscribe to the channel, please.
That's a good group of people. But uh, um, now when I was looking through the stuff that's come out this week, like I want to watch that new Dungeons and Dragons thing.
I kind of do too. I ain't gonna lie.
The audience score is off the charts, and that's what's selling it to me. I'm like, oh, if the audience is really feeling it, maybe there's something there that might be funny,
yeah,
might be of interest to me.
yeah. I don't know.
Oh, all right, y'all, I gotta go. The babies are getting sick.
Oh shit, go
I'll
do your.
be doing it. All right, appreciate y'all for coming. Y'all have a great night. God bless. We'll get with you later.
All right, go. Peace.
All right.